There was one story that nobody saw coming in the Bundesliga this season. The club has seen one of their worst seasons ever and have been relegated to Bundesliga 2. And if life didn't get any tougher for them on the international scene, Germany are placed into Group F for Euro 2020. Coming up against the likes of Portugal, France and Hungary, it is going to be a tough one to get out of. That's why today not only is Sir BCHD rebuilding Schalke with German players only, but we're relegating them down to the second tier and replacing them with VfL Bochum, who have actually been promoted to the Bundesliga. Welcome back to the country-only rebuild challenges here on the channel, and today we go back to Germany for the first time in what feels like forever. We've got a mighty task on our hands, having to send this club in the upwards trajectory again, get them promoted and sell all the foreign talent. Starting off the first campaign with about 21 mil in the bank. I would expect a little bit more, but considering we're now in Bundesliga 2, this is probably one of the highest budgets in the division. Something that's become a new ritual for these FIFA 21 country rebuilds is that we take a look at our youth academy homegrown talent, and Julius Schmidt, show me what you've got. 81 to 94 potential, a left mid / right mid at 17 years of age. He's 6'3" already with 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, no traits whatsoever. Don't mind if I do, that is a one-way ticket into the first team. You just know what we have to do. All the foreign players are on the transfer list. I mean, Mustafi's German, but he's going on the transfer list nonetheless. After further analysis of the squad we have, I've decided to go for a 4-3-3 with an all-German starting 11. This is how the team looks with only German players, and thank God we've got that homegrown left winger because we had no Germans in this position, so he came in clutch. I'm not sure if this team is built for promotion as of yet, but we still have a rapid summer transfer window ahead of us, which is going to be extremely busy. Let's hope for the best as we aim to get Schalke back on track and back to the Bundesliga where they belong. If you go on to enjoy the video, make sure to drop it a like down below, help a brother out, subscribe if you're new around here, and let me know down in the comments, how do you think Germany's Euro 2020 campaign is going to go, and which country / club should we rebuild next in order to fit into this Euro 2021 theme? You know how it goes, no time limits, and we're not allowed to win the Champions League until an all-German Schalke is built for dominance and ready to take over Europe. Now, when you talk about long-term success and an investment for the future, we've just signed the key to this Schalke rebuild. It is going to be Florian Wirtz, the golden boy of German football right now. He has not only had a breakout season, and we're going to try and recreate that here with Schalke in the second division. Now, with the specifics of the deal, it was a swap deal. It did include £12.9 million on top of that we paid Bayer Leverkusen, as we receive a future Ballon d'Or winner that was top of our priority list. In typical Sir BCHD fashion, we have got a classic swap deal again. They're back-to-back, 2 in a row, and we're really focusing on the teenage wonder kids for this Schalke squad. We're looking towards the future as we've decided to target Bochum centre-back Bela Kotchap. The 18-year-old will be joining the Royal Blues as a loyal servant. Matija Nastasic will be headed the other way. No cash involved, just a straight swap as we see a future captain join our ranks. The media are reporting that we have grabbed a bargain here with Bela Kotchap, but we have some departures to report on here in the sales department. We have Nassim Boujelab, the Moroccan cam, who'll be switching allegiances to Pachuca over in Mexico. The 21-year-old bought for £2.5 million. More foreign players are being sold as we've squeezed £14 million out of Tigres for Amin Harit. The 23-year-old with boatloads of promise, he will be missed, but hey, he's not German at the end of the day, so he's got to be gone. Our next sale to update you guys on is probably one of the best players here at the club, definitely one of the best midfielders. It is the Spaniard Omar Mascarell for £5.6 million. He will be joining Turkish outfit Istanbul Başakşehir. Just to put the icing on top of that cake as well, we had a bit of a low-key departure here. It's the third Moroccan leaving Schalke right now, Hamza Medyil. Fortuna Düsseldorf has bought the 22-year-old left-back for £1.8 million. You just know we're back on our swap deals grind as a brand new acquisition right here from FC Cologne. It is Jan Thielmann, their brand new number 7. Surprisingly, he takes the shirt number, the 18-year-old. It's an exciting prospect, and for just under £1 million plus the Frenchman Stambouli, but we get in return the hot prospect that's also versatile, can play on the right and also at centre forward if need be, and we really were lacking a key figure in the front three, so he's going to play a major role this season. And Schalke's abundant supply of strikers, none of them which are German, we had to go out in the transfer market, dip our toes in, and purchase Karim Adeyemi. Our transfer strategy has been focused on nothing but teenagers right now. The 18-year-old arrives from RB Salzburg, and for £2.25 million, we've included Steven Sirubisky in the deal, another Deadwood striker that would have got no game time, and apparently this guy's a fan of FIFA as well. He loves a bit of action on the stick, so Karim, if you're watching, how you going? Now, one of my favorite key elements and attributes about a player is their versatility, and that's exactly why I've thrown in the money for Felix Agu, another signing right here in our defensive department. The 20-year-old left back arrives from Werder Bremen for £4.6 million, and this time it is just straight up money, no swap deals. I know I had to change up the transfer strategy. I couldn't go all swap deals, as sometimes that gets a little bit too overpowered, but he can play on either side of the flanks, on the left, on the right, and also in attack if we need him to at left midfield. Definitely has the potential to be trained in other positions, and it's just another German talisman. He's probably one of the oldest players we've signed so far. Nevertheless, welcome Felix Agu to Schalke. He's up there with one of our most expensive transfers to date, and it's Jamal Musiala, one of those wonder kids who you just have to buy in the early seasons, as yet another 17-year-old Cam joins our ranks in that similar realm with Florian Wirtz, and it's the Englishman turned German that arrives from Bayern Munich for £10.3 million. We're going to have to change up the formation to fit in some more Cams, because we've got to be playing Wirtz and Musiala at the same time. They're too good not to make the starting 11, as Sir BCHD is slowly transitioning this Schalke squad to becoming the most youthful team in Europe. Now I know what you're probably thinking, not another Cam. We have just sealed the deal for Mateo Klimovic, the German who probably has a little bit of Polish in him, for £3.2 million. He arrives from Stuttgart on a permanent basis, and what I like about this guy, what really popped out on the page, is that he can play at centre forward and striker, so he can serve as a backup for Adeyemi up front. We're definitely going to be training him as a centre forward, pushing him further up the field so that we don't have too many Cams and that position doesn't get congested. Whilst new recruits are joining our squad every single week, there are still many departures to report on, and this time we actually have a German leaving the club. It is Shokdran Mustafi. I don't know how we finessed this one. We've pulled it off. I know he's a quality defender for this division, but there is no way I'm having Mustafi in my squad. He's just got too many mistakes in him, and for £6 million, Olympic Lyon will purchase his services, as Benito Raman, the Belgian who is just in that realm of strikers which we needed to chip on, not eligible for the team and was never going to get any game time. The 25-year-old is headed to the second division in England, his new home at Birmingham City. And last but not least, to complete the triple sale, we've got Nabil Bentaleb, still at only 25 years of age. It feels like the other day when he was bursting onto the scenes at Tottenham. The Algerian centre mid will be packing his bag to Turkey as he joins Besiktas. And what I can confirm is going to be our last acquisition of the summer transfer window, and it's bringing in Felix Udukai. Literally, haven't heard too much about this guy before researching for this video, but the German at 22 years of age is going to be one of the oldest players we bring in, and is arriving from Bundesliga outfit Augsburg for £15.8 million. For a Bundesliga 2 club, we've had a sensational transfer window, spending big, selling big, and reinforcing our German-only transfer policy. We're going to end it off there with about 10 new additions to the squad and a brand new formation, new tactics, new system. We're breaking all kinds of records here in the second tier. Like I promised, Musiala and Wirtz will be involved in the starting 11. We've given Bella Kotchap the armband and Newport in between the sticks. We're going with the 4-5-1 Christmas tree attack formation. And let's hope this young and hungry squad are ready to make a promotion push. Here at the end of our first season, it looks like we had no troubles whatsoever bouncing back to the Bundesliga, with the Royal Blues Schalke finishing first, becoming champions of the second tier with 75 points. Promotion is secured, and they're back in the big time with an all-German core. This is what it's all about, focusing on the homegrown talent, and I believe we actually got knocked out really early in round 1 of the DFB Pokal. Now let's check the end of season squad report to see who were our best protagonists in our storming promotion dominance in the second tier, as Karim Adeyemi is returned back to his homeland with 35 appearances, 17 goals and 5 assists, becoming our top goal scorer with 23 goal contributions, and not too far behind him is our homegrown talent Julius Schmidt, 20 goal contributions for the 18-year-old, 13 goals and 7 assists. Florian Wirtz going up a +5, now at an 81 overall. That is some intense growth going on right there, 7 goals and 6 assists. His partner in crime, similar stats, 7 goals and 3 assists for Jamal Musiala. Jan Thielman, our wild card on the right hand side, 4 goals and 2 assists, and Suat Serdar. I was going to mention this earlier actually, after my 100k special dropped, a lot of people were saying, oh, just one comment I saw, apparently I look like a B-Tech Suat Serdar. Have your say in the comment section down below as the search for my footballing lookalike continues. We've successfully converted Bozdogan back into a centre mid, and we've also trained Kilmowitz into a centre forward. Batch of wonder kids returning back on loan next season, so I'm looking forward to selling a lot more assets as we take a look at our most valuable player, and that only had to be one man, Florian Wirtz. It's hard to believe, but the 18-year-old German poster boy's career is only getting started. In what was a season filled with disaster, we've come in and brought them euphoria. The Schalke fans are cheering all over the world. The Veltons Arena will enjoy top-flight football like it should, and Sir BCHD's German revolution is on a mission. Now, how much do we have to work with in the transfer budget this time around, 37 million. Alright, I can work with that. There's deals to be done. And of course, the foreign players returning from their loan spells are going to be added to the transfer list like always. What a way to kick off Season 2. Our first piece of transfer business is for Ozan Kabak. He is headed off to Hoffenheim, a fellow Bundesliga club. He's returned from Liverpool, and the Liverpudlians didn't want to pursue the Turkish star anymore, as the 21-year-old will be departing. Considering he was a main star last week in my Turkish Galatasaray rebuild, it's pretty easy to say goodbye this time. We've bounced back by acquiring a brand new right-back talent, yet another young German that impressed on the under-21 Euro stage, and that is Riddle Baku. Not to be confused with Azerbaijan's capital, this man is the next big thing. Destined for greatness, we had to fork out £33.5 million, heading it over to Wolfsburg, and we've gotten ourselves a versatile right-sided player. Can play at right mid, right back, and centre mid, but I want to convert him back into his right back spot. Right back is a tough spot to get right, so hopefully Baku can live up to the billing. Going from our most expensive signing of the video so far, we've gone to the cheapest, and we've dove into the free agency market here with former club wonder kid Max Meyer. He was the go-to cam. I remember signing him back in the day so many times, and his career hasn't really taken off after he left Schalke. Came up through their youth academy, and this can be an amazing reunion. Welcome back to Germany, Meyer. You never know, maybe we can revive his career. He's still got plenty of time ahead of him at only 25. Our summer transfer activity continues to go from strength to strength with a Hertha Berlin double swoop. We've raided the capital, and for £12 million, we pick up Arnie Meyer for the midfield. He's been a prospect for a couple years now in career mode, and he did really impress yet again in the Under-21 World Cup, where Germany reigned victorious this summer, and we have gone for another left-back option, a little backup. It's the teenager Luca Netz. The 18-year-old showing great potential and is one of the best wing-back purchases we could find. Even though I might be considering converting him into a centre-back just so we have that extra bit of cover, and thanks to budget constraints, we've had a few failed transfer negotiations, so it's good to see these two come through. With an extra £6 million lying around, I couldn't let that go to waste, so I decided to invest in just one last attacking option, someone who can come on and surprise a few teams, and it's Jamie Leweling from Grother Firth. He can play on either side of the wings, and most importantly, can play up front at striker. An option from left field, and we signed him up for £3.8 million. Welcome to the club, our brand new number 27. With our transfer budget drained, we had some work to balance the books, and we had to make a few sales right here with some foreign striker talent arriving back from their loan spells, and it's Ahmed Kuchuku. Again, another young Turk we signed back in last week's rebuild. He is headed off to Besiktas for £4.65 million, and the young American Matthew Hope, or Hoppe, he's going to be departing to RB Salzburg for £3.35 million, and we've actually decided to send Kerim Çalhanoğlu out on loan. He's going to be moving over to Spain at Celta Vigo for just 1 year. He's one of the last members out of this young Schalke crop of foreign talent, and we've got Rabbi Matondo, the Welsh signing, returned back from Stoke City, and here in Season 2, we've had to sell him on to Club Brugge over in Belgium for £6 million. Now, I can finally proudly announce that our whole entire 30-man club is fully German, no foreign talents as far as the eye can see. Rabbi Matondo was the last sale we needed, and now we are fully qualified. We filled the quota in order to go ahead and reach European glory. Now it's time to get those results on the pitch, so let's hope the Royal Blues can do it here in Season 2. I don't know why, but it's come to deadline day, and I've just decided to sell some German deadwood. We've got the aging Sebastian Rudy here, who will be departing to Sporting Lisbon for £7.6 million. He's been at the club for a while, and he's returned back from his loan spell at Hoffenheim. Also alongside his departure will be Jonas Carlos III, fourth choice left back. He's been sold to Young Boys for £1.45 million. In this window, we're pretty much selling as much as we're buying, as we had to ship off a couple of the foreign talents. We also introduced some very quality additions, so I'm happy with how things went this time around. Here is your proper look at our starting 11 to face the Bundesliga. I don't think we'll be in a relegation dogfight. We've just got to stay up and maybe push for a mid-table position. Even though I set out our expectations this season to be just a mid-table club, that was my hopes, but no, we almost scraped into European football, finishing in 7th, 4 points behind Leverkusen in 6th. Winning the league is Bayern Munich on goal difference. After their £200 million transfer window, Dortmund came oh so close, and hey, we're not too far behind. First season back from the second tier, and we gathered up 52 points, and actually in the relegation zone, it's Borussia Mönchengladbach to face the playoff game, and both Dusseldorf and Hanover go back down. Over in the DFB Pokal, it was RB Leipzig to win against Hertha Berlin 1-0. Where did we get knocked out? In the quarterfinals against Hamburg. And believe it or not, Borussia Mönchengladbach is going to be relegated to Bundesliga 2. This probably has like the the same impact that Schalke did when they went down in real life, as one of the major players in the Bundesliga lost out 3-2 in aggregate to Growth of Firth. Unbelievable scenes here. Now let's take a glance and see who our best performers were in our second campaign. There was no second season syndrome, as we were able to calm the storm here in the top flight, and it's Karim Adeyemi. He killed it in the second tier, and he's brought that form up with him through to the Bundesliga, continuing to score goals with 15 and 4 assists. In 37 games, Jamal Musiala scored 11 goals and 7 assists, getting himself 18 goal contributions, and it's Jan Thielman with 12 goal contributions, just like Florian Wirtz, who is now up to an 85 overall. He's grown up a +9 in 2 seasons. In terms of training and development news, we've successfully converted Riddle Baku into a right back. That has seen his rating increase up to an 82 with 4 goals and 1 assist. Suat Serdar, aka me apparently, 3 goals and 1 assist for the main metronome and defensive unit in midfield. We've got Malik Thior from centre back scoring 3 goals, which is impressive, and our homegrown talent Julius Schmidt continues to impress. Now with even more competition arriving to the scene, he has still prevailed with 2 goals and 4 assists in 21 appearances. Converting Luka Netz into a centre back was also another major play, and Alexander Newell managed to keep 9 clean sheets in 39 appearances. The way I see things going from here, it is going to be a 2-horse race to see who's going to be our most valuable player, and the 2 assets in the running, of course, is Jamal Musiala and Florian Wirtz. I mean, an outside favourite, not too far behind them, is Karim Adeyemi, but for now, it's a £70.5 million valuation. Wirtz topping the charts. Our German revolution at Schalke not only has turned this club's fortunes around, but it's also looking more convincing day by day. Who knows, maybe we could shock the world and qualify for Europe in Season 3. With our lofty high ambitions this season, we've been gifted with a pretty similar transfer budget, so I've just gone safe and we've opted for a brilliant defensive starter, I should say. Jonathan Tah. He's been a career mode legend for so long, and for £25 million, we've bought him over from Bayer Leverkusen, as the 26-year-old provides a bit of experience and also quality leading the back line. We'll be replacing Bella Kotchap, and we'll be partnering up with Urukai. As we've been gifted a pretty similar transfer budget by the board, we've not got too much to spend after that one. £11 million in the bank. We're going to be living on struggle street for quite a while until we qualify for at least the Europa League. I find this side of the country rebuild so much more satisfying now looking back at the international results here for the 2022 World Cup. Germany take it out to win their 5th world title, and I know Joachim Low is still in the job, but surely Sir BCHD has been giving him a few handy tips. I might as well just have been his assistant manager, as we did have some Schalke boys represent their nation in Qatar, with Baku getting himself 7 appearances and even a goal. Karim Adeyemi also had a bit of game time there with 3 appearances, no goals or assists to show for, but actually 3 Schalke boys have been called up. Max Meyer, he got on the plane somehow, don't know how he finessed that, but he didn't end up getting any minutes on the pitch, unfortunately. It's my job now to help them replicate their international success here in the club scene, as a 5-star Germany repeat 2014 success and become World Cup champions. Okay, I was naive enough to say that we didn't qualify for European football. However, through the qualification process of the Europa League, we have gotten ourselves drawn into Group B alongside Galatasaray. I know I keep bringing them up, but we did rebuild them last week with Turkey, as Ghent and Panathinaikos also join us. Yeah, ever since that Germany World Cup win and us signing Jonathan Tah, nothing much has really happened. We haven't got the money to move forward with any other major financial projects, so we've had to trust our gut that we have the right quality and the right depth in order to compete on multiple fronts and to really send shockwaves around Europe, even if it's only the Europa League. Here's a look at the starting 11. It's looking pretty decent. I wish our bench was just a little bit more stronger, but who knows, after a year of more training and more development, I'm sure the backup brigade will be as ready as ever. Season 3 has dwindled to a close, but not with 2 major finales in our sights. We've got a DFB Pokal final, and not just any German Cup final, it is against bitter rivals Borussia Dortmund in the capital. There's an opportunity though, not only to win 1 piece of silverware this season, but 2 with a Europa League final. It is up against the Eagles of Lazio. The Italian outfit will take us on, and that could provide us the opportunity to qualify for the Champions League if we haven't already in the Bundesliga, and it looks like we have secured it right here, as the Royal Blues are back in the top echelon of European club competition. The Champions League, here we come. We're 3 points away from finishing runners-up. Dortmund are just ahead of us, and Bayern on top. I'll be quick simulating both these games just to see if we can end off this season with the icing on top of the cake. Do these boys have it in them? A massive derby for domestic silverware, the first piece since they won the Bundesliga too. So BCHD's Warriors are ready, so let's see if they've taken down Dortmund, and they have with a Karim Adeyemi 15th minute goal. It was the opener, and they held on to the very end, securing a professional 1-0 display. They did enough, and they get their hands on the DFB Pokal. Look at it in all its glory. It's Florian Wirtz up there with with the trophy, and he's representing us in the media press conference. And if that wasn't enough, in order to close out this purple patch of a season, we've got a game against Lazio for a bit of European silverware. We're going up that extra tier. This time, you know what? I'm going to be simulating this one, watching it play out, and if we need some help, I might be jumping in order to help us get the victory against the Biancoceleste. Here we have kickoff as Lazio are wearing their fluoro green outfit. They stand out like a sore thumb, but we're here with our classic home jersey. 3-double. This would be the perfect way to head on into season 4, as we're already starting a little counter-attack here, as we have a big ball into the box, squared across to Jamal Musiala. I believe that was Florian Wirtz to sweat it across. It doesn't look like the lads will need my help. They keep up this display. Here we go, the Schalke boys. They're returning this counter-attack, and Florian Wirtz with a beautiful ball inside, and that wasn't a goal. I thought that was actually a goal. All right. You know what? 7 minutes on the clock. Let's jump in and let's see this one out. Serdar, the captain, on defensive duties. Florian Wirtz, and now surely we could set something up here. The homegrown talent walking in on goal. We've got Schmidt. A lovely little piece of footwork there. Adeyemi, them two are working together beautifully, and it's Schmidt to seal the deal, to get this one beyond reach as Lazio players fall to the ground. We know we've secured the title, and it's a professional 2-0 display as the Royal Blues get a hold of European Europa League silverware. We've become the champions, but what a ball. It's just flicked up ever so perfectly from Adeyemi, and the volley from Schmidt was picture perfect into the bottom right-hand corner. Nothing Lazio can do about that one. The referee calls it there. The Italians are defeated, and what a season it has been. Only 2 seasons returning from the Bundesliga 2, and we've already charged our way up the table with ease. The power of these German wonder kids is yet to be truly witnessed, and it's scary knowing that a lot of these players haven't even reached their ceiling yet. We've been solid defensively, a brilliant counter-attacking team, not conceding any goals in these finals, as we now get to lift up a dark mode Europa League trophy. Suat Serdar, you can do the honors as we're about to party into the night. In what has been a remarkable campaign, an extremely productive season has capped itself off with 2 major honors, and we have so many ballers to thank. Just like Karim Adeyemi, who continues to be our top goal scorer year after year. He provides in front of goal. He scored 37 this year, going up a +7, now standing at 87 overall. 9 assists as well to add to his collection. And the man who scored that Europa League final goal to seal the deal, Julius Schmidt, our homegrown talent, who has helped us out massively throughout this video so far. Grown up a +4, the 20-year-old with 26 goals and 9 assists. Jamal Musiala, another player who scored in the Europa League final, 21 goals and 9 assists. Selman also had a year to remember with 12 goals and 7, as Florian Wirtz really releasing that inner playmaker side of his game with 13 assists. Suat Serdar from the middle pivot position, our captain with 6 goals and 3 assists. My lookalike continuing to display why he is the captain, as a man who has returned to his rightful home. Alexander Newbell in between the posts has scored himself 19 clean sheets and even gotten himself a cheeky assist. As always, we've been switching up the development plans, ensuring that these guys have been growing and developing in the right areas, and their attributes are continuing to get better each week. That's why we're seeing such rapid growth, and it's some insane numbers when there's overall growth. We've seen +7s, +5s, +4s. It's really satisfying when dynamic potential is doing its thing and it's taking control from behind the scenes. But now our player with the highest valuation, and Karim Adeyemi from 3rd to 1st place, he has taken the podium, dethroning Florian Wirtz and slumping Musiala into 3rd at £116.5 million. He is the first of many to reach that 9-figure range. Champions League, here we come. It's safe to say we're well ahead of schedule and are fast-tracking our way to European success. With that Europa League win, we've really put our club back on the map, and we could be a serious contender, or a dark horse, let's say, for the treble next season. Alright, I'll be honest with you, I won't get too ahead of myself, but I got my fingers crossed. With a £75 million war chest to spend, we have gone out and poached off one of the best teams in the land, Bayern Munich, as Niklas Süle has signed on the dotted line, the 27-year-old in his prime, and has automatically become our best centre-back at the club. It hasn't come with a bit of sacrifice though, as it's a swap deal. We've offered up £30 million, plus Season 3's acquisition, Jonathan Tah. We've used him as a pawn in order to sweeten the deal from Manchester United. Oh my god, that just completely passed me, but he's a former Bayern player. We have gotten him from the Red Devils, and that that is a deal and a half in my opinion. And that new addition to the squad puts us in perfect stead to face Bayern in the German Super Cup. Not a trophy that has been on my mind, but just something nice to add to the trophy collection. Are we ready to start challenging for the Bundesliga throne? I guess we'll find out. A little taster before the season starts, and it looks like we've still got quite a bit to go. With the Kingsley Coman double, the Bavarians get the better over us. Finishing off last season with 2 trophy wins. If we kick off season 4 with 2 pre-season trophy losses and chances for silverware, are we going to fumble this UEFA Super Cup bag against Barcelona? We're up against mighty tough opposition, and that's exactly what has happened. With a Musiala opener, it didn't take long until Frenkie de Jong equalised, and they continued to run rampage with PK and a de Jong double. I think the strategy going forward is that we're going to be saving our money. We're going to be having this backup just in case for January and any good opportunities pop up, so we'll leave that in the piggy bank. However, this is going to be our starting 11. Still many areas to improve on. I think I might be after another left midfielder or right mid, just a world-class wide player, and of course a central midfield controller. The captain Serda, I don't know how many more seasons he's got left in him. His career might have already peaked, so that's a bit worrying, but here goes nothing. Season 4, let's hope we don't lose more cup finals. For the first time in God knows how long, Schalke returned back to the Champions League. 2011 semi-finalists have been drawn into Group H alongside Juventus, Valencia and Celtic, so a very tricky group. This one is definitely going to test us and it's going to push us to our limits. And if you thought our double Super Cup loss was a bit of bad news to start off this season, we've simulated halfway through our campaign and we've been knocked out of the Champions League, finishing in 3rd on the final day, and that means Europa League football. Here we come again. Are we going to do it back-to-back? I guess we'll find out, as in the round of 32, we're up against Olympic Lyon, so our Champions League dream is definitely over for Season 4. We were all aware of our abysmal Champions League display. I mean, it wasn't abysmal. We were given a tough group, but 9 points definitely wasn't enough to impress. We have the Bundesliga table right here. Schalke in 2nd, runners up by 2 points. Bayern continue their dominance on top of the charts. We couldn't defend the DFB Pokal as Dortmund beat out Bayern 1-0 in the final, and we got knocked out in the quarters. Of course, it was against Bayern 1-0. Now, in the Europa League, don't really care about this all too much. We've already been there, done that. We defeated Lyon 4-1 in aggregate in the round of 32. Over in the round of 16, we took down fellow German outfit Wolfsburg 3-1, and in the quarterfinals, again, what is it with us getting matched up against German opposition in Europe? A 4-2 elimination as we defeat Hoffenheim and book our place in the semi-finals against Atletico, finally, a non-domestic opponent, and we lose out 3-1 on aggregate. Unfortunately, the performances haven't been up to par, and we really need to reflect as we've got Karim Adeyemi with 24 goals and 2 assists, again, being our top goal scorer and being our most reliable source of goals, just like Julius Schmidt on this left-hand side. I've been considering getting a new wide player, but if this homegrown talent continues to show what he's made of and getting that overall rating up with 21 goals and 5 assists, these are really exciting times as Florian Wirtz, he was a playmaker last season, now he's evolved into his goal scoring form, nearly at that 90 overall, 16 goals and 3 assists for the 21-year-old Jan Thielmann, showing that he can provide, as 12 assists and 9 goals from him on the right-hand side, with Jamal Musiala 15 goal contributions for our other German camp poster boy, with the captain Suat Serdar with 4 goals and 6 assists. And our number one in between the posts, this time with a record high 21 clean sheets, Alexander Nubel, a safe pair of hands in between the sticks. Now let's take a look at our most expensive asset, and it's Karim Adeyemi again, securing his place on top of the list, but we now have 3 9-figure heroes right here. Jamal Musiala jumping above Florian Wirtz, and don't you worry, as Thielmann and Schmidt are knocking on that £100 million door. Don't get me wrong, we have left a lot to be desired this season, but I do believe it's been quite a transitional year. We still need some of the young guns to get experience and grow. The development has been sensational, but we just need maybe a couple more years before we really form a team bond. The chemistry is there, we just got to show the results on the pitch. Things you love to see, the 2024 Euros have arrived and the summer is here, as pretty much like 95% of our starting 11 has been called up on international duty. Now is where you really start to see Sir BCHD's influence on the international game. The Schalke boys were out representing their nation, and the world champions nearly went back-to-back as Europe has seen Netherlands take over 1-0 in the final. The Dutch Leo Oranje have reigned victorious, but how was their run towards the big dance as they finished 2nd in Group A, losing out 1st place to Italy? As in the quarterfinals, they took down Spain at 1-0, which is rather impressive, and in the semis, they completely dominated, wiped the floor with England. Football wasn't coming home, but they couldn't bring it home in the final, and it's a heartbreaking loss for our Schalke boys to endure. It's taken us almost half a decade to prove ourselves, but finally, we've got a bit of a respectable budget, £90 million, and boy, we're going to do some damage with that. I've been hinting that Serdar's head is on the chopping block, and we have now found his replacement, Florian Neuhaus, yet another Florian man to add to the squad from Manchester City. The 27-year-old again, he's in his prime, and he's going to be our #1 contender to control and dominate the midfield. He's a major upgrade in the centre mid spot. So welcome on over our brand new German superstar. We could have gone for Leon Goretzka, but I decided why not go for someone different at the similar level, but also cheaper and younger. We've managed to strike up yet another swap deal with Arnie Meyer headed the other way. He is moving to Manchester as we included £67.9 million in that deal. And our boy Felix Udukai, who has served us for so long now, he just isn't up to quality. He hasn't grown like I thought he would at 26. We're getting someone better with a bit more experience and also much more versatile. That's the confirmation of the two deals done. Quality are joining our ranks. They've signed on the dotted line and they're ready to take this German revolution to a brand new level. Taking a look at our Champions League progress this year, can we go all the way? Here in Group D, we faced it out on top. Coming up against the likes of Benfica, Leicester and Shakhtar Donetsk, we qualified through to the round of 16 and we are faced up against an almighty task, Barcelona. How we finished first and gotten that draw? UEFA, you've got some explaining to do. Who knows, if we beat Barca, if we somehow get that victory over them, revenge for the Super Cup, we could use that and gain momentum to go all the way. But here in the Bundesliga, we've never won the league over Bayern, but halfway through the season, it is looking like quite a possibility. Still very much a three-horse title race as Dortmund, Bayern very much can overthrow this in a couple of games if we slip up. We've never looked better, only losing 2 games so far. The Royal Blues are on one. If everyone stays healthy, fit and unsuspended, we could definitely be a Champions League and Bundesliga champion come the end of Season 5. Is it going to happen? We're going to have to wait and see. Let's hope Thielman gets healthy and we can start performing at our sparkling best again. Now, I don't usually cut off the simulation before we reach the end of the season, but I've seized an opportunity right here in the second leg against Manchester City in the Champions League semis. We've got an opportunity to book our tickets into the final, and you'd pretty much already think that we've got one foot in the final after that perfect first leg display. 3 away goals to the good. Let's see if we can do it and witness us see us get into the Champions League final. It is literally... we've kind of replicated 2011 here. Instead of versing Man United in the semis, it's Manchester City. The noisy neighbours, are they going to upset us and rain on our parade? No, they won't. It is a 5-2 aggregate victory. And it's Adeyemi securing a brace after Ferran Torres gave us a little scare in the 6th minute. But it wasn't to be as we easily dispatch of the citizens. And now we're matched up against Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid in 2025 for the big dance. Before we address the serious matters, let's take a look at how the season went. We absolutely swept the Bundesliga with 89 points. That might be a record high. It definitely is for us as we become Bundesliga champions for the first time in this video, and it could be absolutely, the timing could be picture perfect, because if we finish it off here, we get the Bundesliga title, we secure the Champions League. It is a fairy tale written in the stars. It looks like we've used that second half of the season momentum for good, because we have qualified, or we've gotten ourselves into a DFB Pokal final again, up against Bayern, runners up in the Bundesliga. They're going to be angry. They want revenge after we've dethroned them. I guess that's our warm-up, our quick sim game before the Champions League final, and as you know, that is the big one we're all looking for. I am going to play it to see if I can get us glory, but as you can see, our Barcelona matchup, I said we're going to need something big to take them down, and if we did take them down, we could go all the way to the finals, as we eliminated the Blaugrana on away goals 3-3, so a massive home performance there, and we've actually proved ourselves against Bayern this season on 2 legs here in the quarterfinals, defeating them 5-1, and it was an easy piece of business. And there was no stress after that going head-to-head against Manchester City, and what a final we've got to look forward to. In a normal circumstance, this game wouldn't really mean much, but with the chance to close off this video with a treble, the DFB Pokal holds a crucial amount of importance right now. That is our starting 11. I'm just going to pray and hope for no injuries, no suspensions. Let's just get a nice clean game before our Champions League final at the Olympia Stadion in the capital. And oh my goodness gracious me, Florian Wirtz with a 52nd minute goal, and it's another classic Schalke 1-0 final. Just like they did the first time around against Dortmund all those years ago, we've become 2-time German Cup champions, doing the German domestic double. That is what you love to see. We have more than proved ourselves worthy on the domestic front. In terms of continentally, we've also arguably done that as well, winning the Europa League. But here's our moment, our time to shine and showcase what Germany have to offer. Here, we're our main protagonist this season, and finally, we've got a different top goal scorer. It is our homegrown boy, Julius Schmidt, having one of his best campaigns to date. Now at only 22, he's gone up a +5, reaching 91 overall. This man is world class. That is 50 goal contributions in 50 appearances. This man is an absolute machine, and we've got to touch upon Karim Adeyemi with 24 goals and 3 assists. Still definitely had a campaign to remember, as Jamal Musiala, double figures in both goals and assists. Not something I could say too much throughout this video. Jan Thielman on the right-hand side with 11 goals and 8. We've got Florian Wirtz. With a player of his caliber and standard, you'd be expecting him to have a bit better output with only 10 goals and 5 assists in 51 appearances. And Florian Neuhaus, we've got 2 Florians running the midfield. Our centre mid, box-to-box starlet with 8 goals and 9 assists. Riddle Baku from right back with 4 goals and 8. As we continue to take a look down the list, it is Alex Nubel with 23 clean sheets. He'll be happy with that, as we've gifted him the captaincy for tonight's game. I want the storyline to be there. Let's have the Schalke OG have the opportunity to lift up the noble title, the Big Ears trophy that everyone wants to get their hands on. The Holy Grail is up for battle tonight. And financially, let's take a look at this department, as finally we have our new winner, Karim Adeyemi, still standing strong on top despite Julius Schmidt having the season of his life. The German superstar, with a knack of finding the back of the net, proves to be the most valuable, standing at £183.5 million worth of value. You know what's at stake tonight. We don't need any reminders. This is going to be one hell of a task, but I believe in my German boys. Let's go out there and get them. This is what you call a blockbuster clash. We've eased past opponents, German opponents, domestic rivals in European competition, and now we're up against some of the continent's best, and let's hope the ribbons on that trophy are going to be blue and white after this 90 or even 120 minutes. Well, let's not lose our shape here, as the 30 putting on some early pressure, and already João Felix at the near post. The Portuguese superstar wasted no time, and they've already broken the deadlock. 1-0 to a 30, and at the near post, Newball beaten way too easily. Our captain not showing up for tonight, and they've just sliced through our defense like I wasn't even there. Agu losing his man, and the finesse shot just sneaks past. That is tough. That is very tough to take in the first 5 minutes. Diego Simeone on the sidelines fist bumping is not what we wanted to see. Ooh, Adeyemi. Oh, it's Musiala actually with the early pressure, and already we're looking to hit back, and it's Musiala. Oblak off his line. It's headed out, and oh my goodness, off the line by Skriniar, and Oblak has to Superman punch away. I thought Adeyemi would have hit that anywhere besides the middle of the goal, but it's actually a great clearance from Skriniar. And Nicolas Sula, a massive presence and a threat from these set-piece situations. Nicolas Sula with the header, and Oblak came to claim it. We struggled to get possession as Athletic continue to provide a menacing force forward, and Nubel has to parry away. It's still in play here as we clear it away with Agu, and now Neuhaus. Oh, Schmidt couldn't clear. Schmidt, what are you doing, son? We have the homegrown talent making a major mistake, and it's 2 to a 30. That one was very preventable. And the number 32, it is Luis Diaz. Him and João Felix have proven to be partners in crime, a formidable duo that have broken through us with ease. Newball not having a great game to remember, as we literally just watched him run in through to the box, and he had a free shot on goal. Jones back on over to João Felix, and they are savage tonight. They're reckless, and it's a 3rd. Are you joking me? Every shot they have, every chance they create, it's a goal. Our defense flat-footed, and Athletic are running riots in this Champions League final. Throughout all my rebuilding career, Sir BCHD, we're going to need a hefty team talk at halftime. And wow, what a where is our foul? Are you kidding me? Thielman just got destroyed. And look at our defense. Sula, he's been all over the place tonight. Finally, okay, how is that a foul now? Referee, you were having a laugh. UEFA is trying to screw us over here. This conspiracy, I don't know, man. Send it to Alex Jones. He's going to be all over this. We needed a big ball inside to Thielman there, but Wirtz didn't opt for it. As we move the ball inside, we need to utilize this width as Neuhaus, perfect ball inside to our homegrown talent. Schmidt needs to tuck that home. And before halftime, we've still got 10 minutes to go in this opening 45. We get a goal back through our number 14. He's been our best player all season, the homegrown talent from day dot. And he has slid it past Oblak. It rolls over the line, and we get one back. All right, we're on, boys. We're on, boys. Let's get this bread. Reno back inside. Camavinga looking dangerous, but a man tracking back, and that won't be a free kick. Neuhaus with various options here. Our homegrown talent, Neuhaus, feeds Schmidt through, and all of a sudden he's got the pace to take on his man. He's waiting for more arrivals, more options in the middle, and it's a big chance for Thielman. It's the few deflections. It's a bit scrappy, but he will take that. At the second time of asking, our number 7 puts it away, and in front of point-blank range, he's the fox in the box. And what an opportunity there as Musiala hopped over it. Thielman was ready to tuck it home, and it's a sliding, lunging, desperate challenge from Skriniar. Oblak stood still like a statue, and the Royal Blues are back in this one, baby. Woof, what an opening first 45. Atleti bursted out the blocks, and if you told me that we'd be going 1-0 down in at the break, I would have accepted it. But in the manner we started off, conceding 3 goals, defensively a mess, we've now brought it back to just 1 goal the deficit. 3-2. It's already been a 5-goal thriller. What does the second half have in store? Because I need a bloody smoke break. I think we need to take him down. He's literally pulling the strings. Joao Felix again, another one of their main protagonists, as Agu just thumps that one forward. Musiala, who needs to come more into this game. Schmidt is trying to find Musiala again. It's a least threatening ball as Adeyemi. We need his goals tonight. Thielman can set up Adeyemi, and our sharpshooter with the weak foot. How was that one sprayed wide? Oh, big challenge there from Newhouse. He's been revolutionary in the middle of the park as Florian Wirtz waiting for a perfect runner, and ball over the top. It's Adeyemi for the redemption, and literally seconds later, he gets his chance to make up for the missed chance. And now we have completed the comeback from 3 down to 3-3. If you don't believe us, now you do. We are real shot contenders, and the Schalke fans absolute limbs in the stands. Wirtz patiently waited for the right option. Ball over the top from Thielman, who's just been involved in every phase of attack and play tonight, and it was a sweetly struck volley. Oblak should have been doing better. Back on through, we've got Adeyemi again, who's searching for goals and continues to just not be provoked or challenged by the Atletico defense. They're literally just scurrying back. Wirtz back on into Newhouse. Now Musiala pops a shot, and I thought that was destined for the top right-hand corner. Simeone makes a change right here. A number 20 coming on. Camavinga, who's been their best player, has just been substituted. Oh yes, love that stuff. Love that win back. That is what we need. Newhouse over the top. Musiala has a second bite of the cherry, and now the homegrown talent Schmidt is in the mix. And that is for the first time tonight. We've scored 4 goals, and we're in the lead. We've taken things to Atletico, and they've had no answers for us in the second 45. After starting the game off looking like a menacing force, they have dwindled down, retracted back into their shells, and they have been left in the dust. Atletico in the mud, and Schalke take the lead here. A double from Schmidt, and he showcased why he is not only Germany's best player, but a world champion, and soon to be a European champion. Wirtz over the top, and Thielman, who has been such a pain in the bum for Atleti tonight. And what a save from Oblak. Set piece opportunity here. Corner swung in by Wirtz, and Sula that swung the side netting. Finally, last substitution for Atleti, and we bring out our main man, aka me, to close off the game. I see that run. Serdar sees that run. Felix Agu, he's got the pace. He can keep the ball alive. Atleti with one last chance. We're about to hit the 90 minutes. We're about to get the stoppage time. We've got 3 more minutes. What have they got up their sleeves? Joao Felix about to set up something here for a name I'm not going to pronounce in a million years. We have one last attacking threat we need to shut down, and Serdar gets a massive challenge in there. A beautiful ball in up top, and this could set up something special for the 5th to put the icing on top of the cake to close off this game and give the Champions League title to the Royal Blues. And it's all but over. Finally complete. Atleti players drop to the floor, and it's another 90-plus minute goal from Schalke in a Champions League final. What a moment. What a victory for the German boys. And to all the punters that cashed out because Schalke were losing at halftime, there's your reason why it's never over till it's over. An 8-goal Champions League final thriller. That is up there in Country Rebuild Challenge history. What a game that was. I thought we were well and truly dusted off after that 3rd goal from Atleti, but we fought back, showed some character. It wasn't just a Schalke masterclass, it was a managerial masterclass on display tonight. Not only with the Europa League, the DFB Pokal twice, also securing the Bundesliga title, and now capturing the whole package. The treble is ours. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, make sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new around here, and also let me know down in the comments below what should be our next main rebuild challenge, and trying to keep this Euro theme going, maybe even Copa America if I'm in the mood. As always, I've been Sir BCHD. Have a great day. I'll leave you with the celebrations. I'm out of here.
Running out of time and I'm running out of patience. Don't know who am I, why do I feel so spacious? Keep on holding on even though I know I'm wasted. Answer to the question, yeah I know I'm impatient. Running out of time and I'm running out of patience. Don't know who am I, why do I feel so spacious? Keep on holding on even though I know I'm wasted. Answer to the question, yeah I know I'm impatient. And it goes on and on and on. And it goes on and on and on. Running out of time and I'm running out of patience. Don't know who am I, why do I feel so spacious? Keep on holding on even though I know I'm wasted. Answer to the question, yeah I know I'm impatient. Running out of time and I'm running out of patience. Don't know who am I, why do I feel so spacious? Keep on holding on even though I know I'm wasted.